My name is Ben Holloway. This is for Aspen University. This is assignment 8, and I am defending Nicole Holby's dissertation. My name is Ben Holloway, and I am defending the dissertation School Counselors and Their Experiences Implementing Comprehensive Programs. To introduce this topic, it was propelled by researchers who have indicated comprehensive models of guidance and counseling as improving student successes and linking the school counselor to the overall education reform movement. um, the American School Counselors Association, or ASCA, created a national model for school counseling programs based on this that was meant to mold the programs within the pragmatic assessment of the delivery and management systems throughout student achievement measures. This was called RAMP certification, and a comprehensive collection of student outcome research in multiple states where the following relationships to school counseling programs are identified. Decreased suspension rates, reduced bullying, increased ACT scores and participation, increased scores on state and standardized tests, and correlations between student to counselor ratios and improved attendance. So all of this showing that a full comprehensive counseling program can be extremely beneficial to a school. The reason I chose to do a generic qualitative inquiry is to understand the actual experiences of school counselors in implementing a comprehensive counseling program that is aligned with the ASCA model or the RAMP certification. Research has indicated that a reduced sense of motivation to implement these programs due to the pressures that the additional duties of the program have on those currently being performed in the school create feelings of resistance towards reform. So gaining an understanding of what school counselors are experiencing during implementation may help to illustrate how to increase motivation and engagement within the reform, thus increasing the success of the programs itself. I believe it would be invaluable for school counselors and school administrators to understand how well supported and motivated school counselors are so that they do not fail in the implementation of the RAMP certification. And that ASCA finds collaboration and leadership as integral components for school counseling roles and responsibilities. It would be beneficial for school counselors to have this understanding, but I think it's even more important for school administrators to understand what they need to provide for school counselors and how to better support and collaborate with them so that the standards are set to evaluate them are not there to suffocate or compromise their position as school counselor. Lastly, much, but if not all of the research on comprehensive school counseling programs done before this and school counselor perceptions, roles, responsibilities has been conducted through a quantitative lens. There's a very large dearth of qualitative research around this, meaning this is an extremely important dissertation to have partaken. The main question of this dissertation is, what is the experience of school counselors implementing an ASCA-based school counseling program? My methodology was a generic qualitative design. As I said, I was trying to hit a need where there isn't any qualitative design done. The population was 10 school counselors located in the state of Pennsylvania who work within a fully comprehensive school counseling program and are in varying stages of implementing that program. I got this population by inviting the counselors through an email to participate in an interview with me one-on-one to get detailed answers. I had a non-probability strategy with purposive sampling to figure out my sample population. The types of information collected was all through interviews that were 60 minutes in length with directed questions. And then it was extremely tough to get the right sample population. I had to actually expand my search parameters for a while, and then I had to use pseudonyms to protect the names and identifying information once I was putting the data out into the world. I used Braun and Clark's model of thematic analysis and the Atlas TI to analyze the data within this research study. The results of the study showed that the experience of these 10 high school counselors implementing the ASCA-based program were varied, but had some similar characteristics. As the data indicated, administrative involvement, the impact of evaluation, the knowledge of comprehensive school counseling programming, plan development, plan impact on perceptions of school counseling, professional identity, resources, roles, responsibilities, training, and counselor development were the major themes developed from the patterns here. These themes provide a description of how program development and implementation occurred within a portion of the state of Pennsylvania. The conclusion of the study results indicated that the school counselors were largely implementing only the career area of the national model. Betty was the only one that was actually implementing all three areas that the ASCA model portends to push out. So the other 9 were either doing 1, 2, or none of the actual models. Most of them were implementing the career area. They did not talk about the social, emotional, or academic areas of development within their comprehensive programs, meaning that it's not actually a fully comprehensive program. The PDE, the Pennsylvania Department of Education, fully support plan development. However, their role in actually providing trainings, large group gatherings, were solely focused on the career and education and development side. Due to the importance that the state seems to be pushing on career education and development, the counselors themselves seem to be pushing out that within their school counseling programs. Because school counselors are not mandated within the Pennsylvania education system to do social emotional, but are only mandated in career guidance, the state has obviously indicated it perceives school counselors being the most valuable in the vocational guidance role. Another conclusion from the study is that the study found that having supportive administrations, even in the face of lacking resources or a plethora of non-counseling duties that had to be done by counselors, increased the job satisfaction that school counselors experienced and permitted them to positively cope through the barriers and challenges that come along with trying to implement a school counseling program. Conversely, unsupportive administrations created jaded counselors with negative takeaways from the profession, leaving them satisfied that they were retiring, or if they were not at the age of retirement, burning out to the point where they were thinking of getting out of the profession. So that is my defense for the school counselors and their experiences implementing comprehensive programs, which was a study done by Nicole Holby.